Hello! In this video, we are going to discover 7 foods that reduce cortisol levels, the stress hormone. So, essentially, what I'm going to teach you is how to de stress your diet, okay, in today's video. So, let's begin this video without any delay after this introduction. Hi, this is Sachin Abad, founder of Self Healers Hub, where we help busy working professionals and business owners boost their digestive health by mastering our unique gem triangle, the gut emotion mindset triangle, which you can do it without rigorous diets, difficult exercises, or any expensive supplements. Right. So, in today's video, we are going to look at 7 foods that reduce cortisol levels. Okay, so let's dive into understanding first what is cortisol. So cortisol is a stress hormone which is released in our bodies when there is a danger or a perceived danger. When we look at it, like for example, maybe you miss an alarm, or you miss a cab, or you miss getting something from the grocery list, or some dangerous vehicle, speeding vehicle, comes in front of you. These are some common examples where the cortisol starts rising in your system. Okay, so what does cortisol does is it increases first in your body when there is stress, and then it gives you more glucose and more energy, right? So but the mechanism is such that the cortisol, once has risen up, has to go down. That's the mechanism of the body. But if the cortisol is very high in the system, right, if the cortisol becomes very high in the system, what happens is this will lead to many issues. So some symptoms of high stress or high cortisol in the body is, first is this IBS issues, which have become very common these days in the society. So that's first indication of high cortisol levels. The second is if you're facing fatigue and sleeplessness and insomnia, not able to sleep well, right? Or tired throughout the day, then cortisol levels are high. Third is lower immunity with lot of allergies. Fourth is you are gaining lot of weight. Fifth is you have a lot of headaches. Sixth is, it's very obvious that you will go into high BP, because high blood pressure, because your cortisol levels are high. So the stress hormones always need to come down. Okay, it need not be stored in your body. Okay, so it's the primary stress hormone. So you got to realize that. So right now, how do you use 7 foods that reduce your cortisol levels? We're going to look at that. But to the basics, right? You have to understand. You got to get enough sleep. You've got to do good physical activity and manage your mental health. I have provided a lot of videos on this, and I'll be in the future also providing a lot of videos on these 3 areas for you to really make a difference in your health. So these three are the basics, but these 7 foods specially reduce cortisol levels, and research has shown this. So let's look at these 7 foods. What are the 7 foods? First food is green tea. Yeah, so this green tea, right? It is very powerful in reducing cortisol levels. Why? Because it has an amino acid which helps ease levels of stress and anxiety in your body. Okay, this amino acid is called L-theanine, and this amino acid helps you reduce stress and anxiety. So green tea is really good in reducing cortisol levels. Second, what is the second point? Vitamin B rich food. So if you're a non-vegetarian, if you choose to eat animals, then B vitamins can be found in eggs, fish, and chicken, right? And if you are a vegetarian, it's always great to like look for supplements of vitamin B and its associates. Okay, so that's the second food which helps you, vitamin B rich food. What is the third food? Third food is very, very obvious. Is the leafy greens, right? Our leafy greens like spinach, methi, dill leaves, amarnath, amaranth. Yes, the we have that, and we have other leafy greens which help us reduce the cortisol levels. Because see, the leafy greens will have compounds which help you create more serotonin and dopamine, these chemicals which are like the triggers of happiness, and they're like the happy hormones. So these leafy greens contain these compounds to make sure you secrete more serotonin and dopamine. So leafy greens are like that. Scientifically, if you look at it, more hormones of these serotonin and dopamine will reduce cortisol in your body. Very simple, right? So make sure you're including this leafy greens, in form of cooked or sautéed foods, right, into your diet, so that you are reduced cortisol levels. Okay. What is the next point? Yeah. What is the next one? Fourth one is fish. So fish is having a lot of omega-3 fatty acids, which help you reduce your cortisol levels, and it also helps you with lot of, if you are having a lot of anxiety issues. If you are a non-vegetarian, you can choose to have fish. Then, what is the next point? Avocados. Yeah, avocados are, in the Indian context, it is butterfruit, and butterfruit has a lot of compounds which help you reduce your cortisol levels. So, what it has? Let's look at that. It has magnesium. So, magnesium, studies have shown that it reduces stress. But if you have deficiency in magnesium, it increases stress. So, if there's more stress, then more anxiety. So using avocados gives you magnesium, which will aid you in reducing the cortisol levels and helps you regulate the blood pressure. So you can choose to have butterfruit through juice or directly have that fruit if you get it easily. Then sixth point is seeds. Yeah, so seeds like, pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds or almonds, right, or some chia seeds. These seeds are high in vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E. So these three critical vitamins. These vitamins A, C, E. So make sure you use these three vitamins A, C, E, so to rejuvenate your brain cells. So when you rejuvenate your brain cells, what happens is whatever stress is there, you can deal with it powerfully, and you don't need to take the stress on your body. It won't need to create more cortisol in the body. So your brains respond to the stress more faster. Your brain responds to the stress more maturely. So make sure you're having these three vitamins A, C, and E in your diet. Okay. What is the last one? Very important is fermented foods. Yeah, fermented foods like curd, like pickles, like, dosa, like idli, any other fermented foods which you have traditionally in your diets, right, which is there, in your grandma's diet, right? The fermented foods are very powerful in reducing cortisol levels. Why? Because fermented foods contain good gut bacteria, and good gut probiotics help prevent damage to the brain, help prevent cell damage, and also make sure in relieving and reducing psychological stress. Because you got to understand, gut is your second brain. So fermented foods directly reduce your cortisol levels. Cool. So I hope it's clear till now. But of course you got to understand, with high cortisol and high stress in the society, we are, consuming food which increase cortisol levels, like alcohol. If you take more than 2 drinks a day, then alcohol increases cortisol levels. So 2 drinks, still two drinks, it's still fine. Then caffeine. So many of us want to be in high energy over the whole day, keeps taking a lot of coffee. But each and every individual is different, and each and every individual has different capacity to handle coffee. So coffee, you can always switch with warm water or green tea to reduce the ill effects of coffee and don't allow cortisol to increase in your body. Then, many of us, what we go is, when your cortisol or stress levels are increased, we tend to find comfort in processed foods, like ice cream or energy drinks or cookies or highly sugar laden processed foods, which have this byproduct of sugar called high fructose corn syrup. If you look at the ingredients, you will agree with me, these are there in your processed foods. You can go and look at your ingredients, right? So the bottom line is, stress is good for you in the short run when you are faced with the danger, but chronic stress or psychological stress can be detrimental to your health. Okay, so what can you do? As I said, get back to the basics, sleep well, exercise, take a good activity, and reinvest on your mental health. Make sure you're investing on your mental health, and use these 7 foods which I shared with you, which I'm going to like recap with you right now. Green tea, vitamin B rich foods, leafy greens, fish, avocados or butterfruit, then seeds like the pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, chia seeds, and fermented foods help you reduce cortisol levels in your body. So, to repeat and revise what cortisol or stress does to your body, some issues may include IBS, fatigue and insomnia, less immunity, weight gain, lot of headaches in your body, and increased blood pressure. If you're facing any of these symptoms, maybe cortisol has increased in your body. So use these seven foods in your diet. At least like take on at least 2 to 3 foods, add them into your diet, and then see changes in your cortisol levels. When that lowers, you will see these symptoms or diseases also starting to reduce for you. Okay, so I hope this video, yeah, was useful for you. If this was useful, do hit that like button, share this video forward, and hit that subscribe button. And if this video was useful for you, go ahead and book a free one hour call with me, so that we can have a chat about your health and see if we can help you break free from those health issues which are frustrating and irritating you. And you can also follow me on all social media channels. The link is given in the description of this video. The 1 hour call, booking the 1 hour call link also is given in the description of the video. Let's get in touch. Until we meet again, be healthy, be happy, and be unique. This is Sachin, founder of Self Healers Hub, signing off, and we will surely meet again in our next informative, valuable video. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I'll see you in the next. Bye bye.